Customs and immigration officers have been ordered back to work after Labor Minister Dion Folks asked the Industrial Tribunal to intervene, in effect, according to law, halting further protests. Minister Folks made the announcement today. Clint Watson has details.
The tribunal will now hear both sides of the disputes involving customs and immigration employees and the Commonwealth Electrical Workers Union and their employers to make a final determination. Labor Minister Dion Folks says his decision to refer these disputes is based on what he feels is in the best interest of the public.
We are 60 to 70% dependent on tourist arrivals and travel by business persons. And additionally, from a Bahamian perspective, many Bahamians, whether it's leisure, vacation, travel, bringing in goods for households or for business, they have been affected.
Minister Folks, regarding the Customs and Immigration Officers dispute, says he's baffled, saying the government held 3 meetings where all trade disputes were discussed and a tentative agreement on all issues reached. He provided a copy of the trade dispute by the union and pointed out that none of the recent issues discussed in the media by the union were ever voiced or written as concerns.
We met at the Prime Minister's office. The meeting was chaired by the Prime Minister, and we had an agreement of principle on all of those items that you have before you. On all of those items. After that meeting, the union decided that they would disregard the industrial agreement, disregard the trade disputes, and work according to general orders.
Following that, the minister says he met again to explain to the officers that if they follow general orders, then the trade dispute and strike vote by law would fall away, which are all based on the industrial agreement.
So then they changed their minds. They said then, okay, we're not going to work to general orders. We accept the industrial agreement. We're going to work according to the industrial agreement, and we're going to continue to talk about the trade disputes. So we said, fine. Then a couple of days later, additional issues were brought to the fore. The main thing that was mentioned by the union was that the shift system was illegal. That never came up in any discussions with myself nor the Prime Minister. The shift system was agreed to in 2006 under the Perry Christie administration, PRP administration, with the union, and it was accepted with the union. The trade disputes were filed based on the shift system.
Now, according to the law, a copy distributed to the media, should these officers not return to work, they will be considered in violation of the law and can face a fine of up to $200 or 6-month imprisonment.
Now, it's important to know that the Department of Labor is staying focused on dealing with the matter at hand, even when reporters questioned them about a comment made by the opposition leader on a political platform earlier this week regarding that a vote for the PLP would mean a vote for a resolution with the unions. He opted not to even comment on that, saying that he's staying focused on the mandate, and that is to bring resolution over these issues. Clint Watson, ZNS News.
Well, customs officers and immigration officers say they're not going back to work and will continue to strike. Union Vice President Sloan Smith told the press today that the union doesn't believe that Minister Folks has the power to instruct them to return to work, since the last government official they spoke with was the Prime Minister.
And at last we spoke, at last we met with the Honorable Prime Minister. He said any matters related to immigration and customs union, any trade issues, we can't go to Mr. Folks. So Mr. Folks seems to be out of place with this. The Honorable Prime Minister. So is Mr. Folks now in charge, or is the Honorable Prime Minister?
Now, Smith is claiming that politics is not why they're continuing their strike, now into 9 days. He says that union members are more concerned about their livelihoods.
They are leaders. I don't expect that. The membership don't expect that. We work for the government. We don't expect that coming from the government. We know it's political season. We know they want to do the spin thing, eh? Yes. But not with our lives, man.
In other union-related news, earlier this week, members of the Public Managers Union were agitating to have their strike votes certified, but turnout was poor as a vote was taken. Labor Minister Dion Folk says out of the three separate units, Bahamas Air, the College of the Bahamas, and the National Insurance Board, the results of the vote were as follows. Out of 83 Bahamas Air union members, only 33 participated. Out of 25 COB union members, only 12 participated. And out of 95 NIB union members, none participated. Now, Minister Folk says they've been addressing the issues and will continue to meet with both sides. Police have released the identity of the country's 36th murder victim of the year. Yesterday, we reported that the scantily clad body of a young female was discovered around 7:15 a.m. in the open parking area at the entrance to Perpall Tract off West Bay Street. The body was found on the ground partially beneath a red Dodge Ram and an abandoned structure on the property. Blood was splattered on the inside of the vehicle, and police bagged what appeared to be a blood-stained blanket. Well, today, police liaison officer Inspector Christlyn Skippings identified the victim as 23-year-old Emanuela Augustine of Coral Harbor. Augustine sustained injuries to the upper body, but police couldn't confirm the nature of her injuries. They did suggest that this murder may have stemmed from a domestic dispute. BEC vows to light up your life in its slogan, but the corporation's employees didn't use electricity in the case of 4 families, including a blind couple whose newborn baby is also visually impaired, a couple whose son has a serious eye condition, a mother taking care of a son with cancer, and a widow who lost everything in a fire. All of them received checks, cases of water and soft drinks from the generous staff of the corporation. Head of Uplifting Men's Ministries and BEC employee David Williams says the money was donated by BEC's customer services and credit and collections departments and will be part of an ongoing exercise.
My co-workers and I decided to give back to society, something we have done in the past. We have helped numerous organizations, and after we saw in the newspaper a number of families that were in need, we came together and decided that what could we do to contribute and to give back to society as we have done in the past. And we decided that we wanted to make a donation to these 4 families, not for the glory of men, but we wanted to draw attention to the needs of these families and to encourage others to be able to give and to share, because God has been good to us, He has blessed us, and we should be about giving back.
Welcome to your Royal Fidelity Business News. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Cyan Thompson. Here's a look at what's topping business news. Bahamian companies reaping more than $110 million in contracts through the Bahamar project, underway on Cable Beach. Since Bahamar's groundbreaking in February of 2011, Bahamian businesses have been involved in the $2.6 billion development. Marsh Harbor International Airport gets a business boost with the inaugural flight of Silver Airways. The company is scheduling more than 1,000 flights into the Bahamas on a given month. Silver Airways, which touched down in Abaco Thursday, is expected to bring in some 300,000 passengers annually to Abaco. We understand it may take millions of dollars to upgrade some of City Market stores. The sites that need to be refurbished include Harbor Bay, South Beach, and the Sea Grape store located on Prince Charles Drive. The Cable Beach store is expected to open soon. The new owners of City Market may also reportedly seal a deal in soon and acquire City Market's assets by this weekend. Well, that's been your Royal Fidelity Business News for Friday. I'm Cyan Thompson.